Hey, everybody, welcome to Afternoon Market Update. Action.
Afternoon Market
Son
Action.
Of a gun. My name is Glenn.
Hey, my name's Ryan. Glenn, you a little rusty after your trip down in Dallas.
After my trip down in Dallas, that's true. Joey's going to bring over a picture real quick of me on a longhorn.
Look, everyone, look, we got proof now.
Yeah, so
Glenn has riding this bull market out, literally.
Hold on, Joey's bringing it up. There it is. You gonna maximize it, maybe? That was me on a longhorn. By the way, if you can hear us, by all means, let us know in the chat. But that was me on a longhorn. That was not a comfortable position, to say the least. I got up, and this is why I don't like riding horses. All right, this is just why I don't like riding horses. But that was me on a Texas Longhorn. That's a real.
You don't look too comfortable.
That's a real bull, and holy smokes, that's a.
I will say, Glenn, I give it to you. That's a big bull you're on. Look at the steers on that.
That thing is no joke. And every time it moved, I was like, "Whatever you want, big fella, because I'm not fighting you." I was like, whatever you want.
See,
you rode that horse in, Glenn. My neighbor has a picture of Glenn like that, so you can come visit anytime. Janice, I might just have to take you up on that. Eton, thank you for tuning in, and from Israel. You guys have been in my prayers to say the least, all right? Wild horses can't carry you away. Oh, that's true. The alert hit, it did. So that was, Ryan wanted to make sure you guys saw me on that picture of me in a longhorn.
Back to 607.
Yeah, there we go. So, man. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I think that we need to get right into the program and start talking about some news. So I'm not touching nothing because Joey, I'm not touching nothing. There we go. All right. So we're going to start off with some economic news. First off, private payrolls increased by 103 in November, below expectations, ADP says. So below the downwardly revised 106 and 128,000 Dow Jones estimate. So what does that mean? That means that the whole employment thing is slowing down, which is adding to a possible recession, which I already think we're in. All right, so that's right. Make sure you hit the like button before any of you go away. Make sure you hit the like button. All right.
Yes, definitely hit that like button.
The other news that I have is U.S. consumers will soon wake up to out-of-control interest on their credit cards. So that was one of my 5 bubbles, is the credit cards. And, there it is. Joey said if we get 100 likes, we're going to give away a mug today. All right. I think it was bull that you were trying to steer that longhorn. Hold on. Let me hit the laugh button for that. We get 200 likes, we will give away 2 mugs. Okay, there we go. Joey's setting the terms here. All right, so those are my 2 economic stories. Anything you want to add to that, Ryan, at all?
Well, I will say that, the jobs opening number came out earlier this week. I think they were expecting, around just over 9 million. It came around 8.7 in the job openings report. So that was softer than expected too. So I definitely think that these, the Federal Reserve raising the interest rates, I think we're actually starting to see that in the economy now.
And now I've said that since they've paused for 3 sessions in a row, they're really truly trying to see if the raising of the interest rates is affecting the economy. Slowly but surely, I have to say it is. I still think that he needed to do at least one more raise, but we'll see. Now people are not talking about raises anymore, even though the Fed said that they're still on the table. Everybody's looking for cuts. I don't think that happens until summer of next year. How about the Almanac book? I don't know what's in it for today. I'm going to look at this real quick. Actually, I'm going to go to Ryan's story real quick. U.S. gasoline prices fall to 11-month low. Ryan, you talk about that while I look at the Almanac for today.
Yeah. So, last week, OPEC and OPEC Plus members, they had their big meeting. You could see a lot of indecision and not a lot of cohesiveness amongst the oil cartel itself, being OPEC. You're seeing a lot of countries, disagree or have disagreements about continuing these production cuts. It looks like Saudi Arabia and Russia is leading those cuts. However, if you've seen my videos or my shorts leading up to that OPEC meeting, really the power right now when it comes to gas prices is just the United States production. We're still hitting all-time high levels of oil production. So at no surprise, gasoline's now at an 11-month low. Here in North Carolina, we're seeing prices drop below $3 right now. So I like it for the holiday season for some upcoming shoppers. So right now, my list today, I'm actually going to be bearish on oil itself using a ETF to track it. But yeah, as far as I'm still not bullish on oil. I think there's still some downside to go.
Excellent. Jazz, it says for December 6th in the almanac, it says small cap strength starts in mid-December. Interesting. Small cap strength starts in mid-December. We might have to be looking at some small cap stocks for you to look at. Sharon says, what about shipping issues in Panama Canal? Joey, see if you can find that video on the Panama Canal and put it in the chat. Because I just did.
Yeah, we've done a couple of videos on it. You did a video, I did a couple shorts on it.
So
I see it's getting worse, though. I think by February, the traffic is supposed to be down like 50% compared to what's
which
usually.
Is going to affect the ability for us to get stuff. All right.
Yeah. Usually it was around mid-30s for ships to get through. Now it's in the low 20s as far as ships per day going through the canal.
So that's gonna cause. Excuse me. That's going to cause an issue in getting things. Are you going to find small cap fish today? Maybe. I got to search for it. I do have a search for it. All right. Oh, so Joey's going to put both the short that we've done about Panama, and he's looking for the video that we've done about Panama as well. So he's going to put both of those in for you. All right, folks, when I tell you we try to stay on top of everything that's going on in the market, between Ryan and I, we ain't just whistling Dixie. Not at all. We really aren't. So anything that's happening in the market globally, we've got a video on it. All right, Kathy, we're going to get some fish today. The shipping won't keep prices high. If there's a problem with getting products, prices will go high because the demand will be high, but the supply will be low because ships are going to have a problem going in through the Panama Canal. But also in my video, I talked about them diverting traffic from the Panama Canal to the Suez Canal. All right, so I did talk about that. All right, next story. MasterCard just raised dividend. We just talked about people waking up to higher interest rates on their credit cards. But as an investment, MasterCard just raised its dividend and the stock is rising. And they did $11 billion buyback. There it is, 11 billion share repurchase plan, which will begin once its current 9 billion plan, which has 3.5 billion remaining, is completed. So they are going to throw a lot of money behind it. They're making it attractive for people to invest in it, which I think, from a company perspective, that's what you want to do. But man, The other side of the story is that they are raising credit limits to get people to still spend more money. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to go to another story. You know me, I love Apple. How about this? Apple feeling the holiday cheer, surpassing what? $3 trillion. Good. Googly muggly. You can't beat that. I am playing Apple. You know me. I always like to tell you what stocks I'm in. I'm in the Apple ETF. Hold on. Which one of these? I can't do it from here. What are you trying to do? I was going to go look in my account, but I'm not going to change my mind. I'm up on the trade. So I am, and it's a stock that I did for the videos, the hot picks. Apple was one of those picks in that video. All right. Ryan. Oh, no, not yet. So another part of the Apple story, Apple wants suppliers to make iPhone 16 batteries in India instead of China. Apple's trying to do what they can to pull the supply out of China back into more friendlier hands. And you know something? Is India more friendly? Well, it's more friendlier than China. It's more friendlier than China. And I like the idea. And I think you look at companies like TSM, ASML, a lot of these companies are making big investments in bringing a lot of the chip making stateside so that we're not all in China's pocket. All right, so it's AAPU, Bill. I'm in AAPU. PU. Sometimes Apple can be down. It'd be like stinky. But I think I'm in AAPU. AAPU. All right. As a matter of fact, I can look at it on my phone while Ryan gets into the next story. There you go. Go ahead, Ryan.
All right. So one of the biggest, gaming debuts in a very long time, Grand Theft Auto 6. It's been 10 years in the making since the fifth one came out. Now, the company that came out with Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Entertainment, this video game definitely put them on the map, and they were actually purchased by Take-Two Entertainment. So Take-Two is the play here. The company was moving up quite a bit on the anticipation of the release of this video game, the trailer that was released last week. Now, since then, the price action has been faltering a little bit, down ever so slightly. Hasn't given all those gains up that it's been up, the past few weeks now. But as far as the company itself, I think this will be a huge revenue booster for when it comes to Take-Two Entertainment. As far as me, I do game. Grand Theft Auto is one of the most popular games out, in the market and, across all systems right now. So I think this is going to add a lot of revenue. Like I said, Grand Theft Auto 5, that added revenue stream for 10 years for in-game purchases.
So it's been 10 years since they came out with a new one?
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the open world map is so detailed and so large. It's been under construction for so long.
All right. Joey, put up the picture. Did you take down the picture of me on the cow thingy? There it is. There it is. For those of you who may be just coming in right now, we started off. This was me in the stockyards in Fort Worth, and you see me with that face like that. That's because I was sitting on my man parts, and it didn't.
You definitely don't look like you're in your element.
It didn't feel too comfortable. It really, really didn't feel too comfortable. But look at that bull. Look at those horns. Look at those horns, and that was that's me on the bull. That's in case y'all are just coming in now to see it. Yeah, that was me. It was me. I had my boots, my hat, had a sweater on. It was a little chilly there, and that's it. Glenn, how many drinks did you have to get up on that? I didn't drink jack. I didn't drink nothing. That's a big cow chip. Listen, I don't know what a cow chip is except for if it's poop. Man, they had horses running down the road, and everywhere you looked, there was poop everywhere. And we went to the rodeo. The first thing that caught me at the rodeo was the smell. I was like, what the flying flip is that? It was like, wow. That was my first rodeo. So now I can actually say that was my first rodeo.
Oh, you've never been to a rodeo?
That was my first time ever to a rodeo. All right. Is it a live bull? Yes, Bill. It was a live bull. I got a video of it. That was just a picture. But I got a video of it. And it wasn't, oof. Man. Watch out for those buckle bunnies. What the hell is a buckle bunny?
I don't know what a buckle bunny is.
I don't know if are we going to get canceled for saying buckle bunny?
Please elaborate what a buckle bunny is.
I don't want to elaborate. If it's going to get me kicked off the air, I don't want to know what it is. All right, the difference between a Texas and Arizona cowboy is that the AZ in Arizona, the poop is on the outside of the boots. I don't get that.
Oh, Dominic, watch Yellowstone. Yellowstone's a good show.
It's an awesome show. It's an awesome show.
I like it.
All right. You want to know about some fish? I got fish for you. Here's a stock. Sentinel One soars on emerging cybersecurity challenger. So AI, cybersecurity, you wanted a fish. I'm going to give you a fish. Label from Wall Street. Sentinel soared 14% on Wednesday after a strong quarterly revenue forecast. And that's not big. A lot of stocks that are reporting revenue are guiding lower, but signal its entry into the cybersecurity big leagues, challenging larger rivals like Microsoft and CrowdStrike. You want a fish? I'm giving you a fish. You want a fish, and it's Sentinel One, ticker symbol. I'll show you the ticker. I think it's just S, but you want a fish? There's a fish. Glenn, did they have a chocolate dipping fountain in? No. we did was, listen, we went to a place.
Is that a Golden Corral?
No, I know he's talking about Golden Corral. We went to a nice restaurant in the Stockades. I had me a ribeye. It was a good ribeye, and that was that. All right. So.
Oh, Bill told us what a buckle bunny is.
What is a buckle bunny? A rodeo groupie.
Rodeo groupie.
Oh! Then Ray, when we were there, Ray was saying, look at all these cowgirls standing around by the chutes. They're waiting for the cowboys to leave so they could be like, hey, honey, how you? So, me and Ray bought buckles. All right, we bought buckles. And they said, that's not how you get a buckle. You're supposed to win it. I was like, well, I won the right to make this money to buy the buckle. So I bought the buckle. One of the girls was riding by on a horse. We were right by the gates where the rodeo was. And I said to her, hey, did you win your buckle? She said, yeah, and then looked at me like I was an idiot and rode off. Ray says, you don't ask them if they won their buckles or not because those are... I was like, I just wanted to know, did she buy it or did she win it? So I never ask a cowboy or a cowgirl if they won their buckle. All right? So there we go. All right, next stock. This is on you. Google launches its largest and most capable AI model, Gemini. Ooh, what's that all about?
Yeah. So, obviously to compete with Microsoft and ChatGPT, Gemini just came out. It has 3 different sizes right now, 3 different models. Whether it's just going to be, images versus video. So there's different tiers to it, similar to ChatGPT.
Check and see if you've got control if you want to move through the story.
Oh.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yep. All right. So this is it right here. So this is what I thought was pretty interesting. Gemini outperformed ChatGPT's 3.5. However, the executives dodged questions how it stacked up against ChatGPT 4. So ChatGPT 4 is their latest version right now. So it looks like compared to the earlier versions, Gemini definitely outperforms. However, on the most recent version, they don't seem too optimistic if they weren't able to comment on it. But this is just a huge push by Google to get into the AI space itself and actually start, creating revenue from these investments. Now, this is just going to be one way to actually monetize AI, being this Gemini platform. So this will directly compete with ChatGPT. Now, just as far as social media and on the news, I haven't heard a lot of chatter about it like I have ChatGPT, so I don't know if the momentum or the hype will quite be the same, but time will tell, and this will actually put Google in the arena directly in competition with Microsoft's ChatGPT itself. So I'm looking forward to testing it out. Have you tested it out at all, Glenn?
I have not.
Gemini?
I mean, the only one that I'm comfortable with is the one that most people are comfortable with, which is ChatGPT. I haven't tested any of the other ones at this particular point in time. Actually, we have AI generated when we do our videos, right? Yes. We have an AI generator, so I've used that. But I don't think right now there's anything as good as ChatGPT. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I'm kind of biased because I haven't used a lot of others besides what we have in vidIQ. All right. Rivian, you want another fish? Could a new battery pack be Rivian's ticket to profitability? Rivian puts out, and Joe, if you look at where we work, there's a Rivian parked outside in our parking lot. It's a beautiful looking vehicle. But it was up 9.5% after the electric vehicle maker's chief financial officer presented some exciting news. Rivian stock jumped 11% before pairing some of the gain. Shares were still higher. It's a new, cheaper battery platform. Claire McDonough made comments in an interview at a recent global automotive mobility tech conference. Host, blah, 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 will introduce a new simplified battery pack structure. That's going to help probably keeping prices down. All right, that's going to probably help keeping prices down, and they look at it as a step towards profitability. Lucid is the one that's, man, how about Lucid? Lucid's losing money. Wasn't it Lucid, the company that was losing money on every car? I think it was.
Yes.
It was Lucid. They're losing like 100% of the car value just to sell the car. All right, so here's another fish we're going to look at. Rivian. Is this my story? Or you,
this one's you.
So let's go to your story, NIO.
All right, so yeah, NIO, it's up actually almost 10% today. Now, they are going to be spinning off their battery unit. Now, the one main reason why they're actually doing this is, NIO is trying to get on the road of profitability, and they're seeing that they could save a lot of money and have a lot of efficiencies if they spin the battery segment off to a separate company itself, I guess, with accounting practices. So they're doing this to, like I said, get on the path of profitability. Tesla coming out earlier in the year, starting the price war, putting a lot of pressure on margins right now. So we're, NIO did report earnings a couple days ago. Oh, and actually I'm doing a video on NIO. It will be the 6 p.m. video tonight. So I won't go into too much detail on the story here. Like I said, it's up a lot right now, 10%, about 20% over just the last few days. So there's a lot of momentum, and there's some other headlines. So, definitely look out for that alert this evening. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to get good content, definitely hit the subscribe button. But NIO, it's on the move right now, and it's making the right decisions moving forward, in my opinion.
All right. Next question. How many of you watched last night's video? Jazz said something, I bought CVS this morning from watching your show last night. It jumped up nice this morning. I'm curious to know how many of you pay attention to the videos that we do as a means to try to take advantage of some profit. Gerald just said, just bought S. I didn't tell you to go buy it yet. Let's go take a look at it. I didn't tell you to buy it yet. I told you Sentinel 1 was a fish.
They're already purchasing it.
But let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. All right. So no nuggies in the Rivian. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Glenn, is Palantir?
We're talking about nuggets. We might as well move to the McDonald's story. Do you still have the? Did I post the McDonald's story?
No, about the adult Happy Meals.
Oh no. I don't know. McDonald's is getting ready to open up they're having another projection. They want to open up 9,000 stores. And add additional $100 million customers by 2027.
Who's going to eat? Okay, I didn't know about that.
I don't know where else they're going to put a McDonald's. I feel like they're everywhere.
It's like Dollar General. So now where you have all of the Dollar Generals, put a McDonald's next to it. Then you can do it. Then you can do it.
I don't have the article right in front of me, but if I had to guess, I'd imagine a lot of that concentration is going to be on overseas markets.
It needs to be because we're saturated over here.
Yeah.
All right. Question came up is Palantir like Sentinel? No. Palantir is taking data and making it into useful information no matter what industry you're in. The Sentinel is getting into the cybersecurity part of the business. So two different ones. Sell Palantir now, buy lower, heading way down. Carp is you're going to say Carp is cray-cray, which he's the CEO, president of Palantir, and not say Elon Musk is not cray-cray? That's all I'm saying. Palantir, I still love the stock. I still own it. I'm down. I just took half off the position, though. Anytime a stock goes against me about 10%, I take half off. So I took half off. I think that it's still a company that's got great upside potential, grows their earnings, and gets contract after contract after contract. It just needs to turn into tangible dollars. So Palantir, I still like. I did take half off the table, though. I'm not going to lose all that money. I did take half off the table. And it is a speculative play. It is a speculative play. And what happened to Tesla stock? It's gone way down. It has. I don't have Tesla right now, but I do have the AAPU. I'm up like 5% on it. I've got an NVIDIA ETF, and I got the Microsoft ETF. The one that's hurting me right now is NVIDIA. And if it goes down against me 10%, I'm going to take half off the table there. All right? ARM was a great video. You want to give a little bit more perspective on ARM before I go to the last stock?
Yeah. Ultimately, ARM, it broke out of that channel. I don't have the graph right in front of me, but I think it was around 57, the top end of that channel. Over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, price action really just faltering. It's kind of just staying steady around, 61 to $64. So if it breaks really yesterday's low, I know it dipped down pretty low. I think it was close to 60. But if it gets back below 60, I wouldn't want to give up too many profits. But as far as the short term, all the moving averages are in our favor right now still.
I'm going to look at the last story. Another fish. Lenovo's new all-in-one AI-powered solution with who? Microsoft simplifies security and removes the need for multiple vendors. So in this, I'm looking at Lenovo, which is the Y one, LNVGY. All right, so that's my other fish that I'm giving you today. When I get into the software, let's do this. Get into the software. Here's all of the indices today. But before we get into the different stocks, I want to look at Palantir, and I want to go look at ARM. All right. I want to give more insight on what both Ryan and I were both talking about. So I'm looking at both of these in the near perfect indicator. All right. Why did I take half off on Palantir? On this indicator or on this graph, I got a signal to get out. But trend is still in place. Even with the pullback, trend is still in place. That's the reason why I took half off the table. That's the reason why I took half off the table. I look over the last 6 months, though, still bottom left, upper right, a lot of turbulent riding along the way. But by way of the near perfect indicator, it does give us opportunities to get out and then fully get out when trend dissipates. All right? Let's go look at...
Well, again, look at price action. It's entering that gap from about a month ago. Do you see that?
It's starting to fade back, but where did it stop? Right at that level of the gap. Yeah. So now it's testing it as a level of support. All right? It's testing it as a level of support. Ryan, you can make cybersecurity video. Okay, that's up to Ryan. All right, so
that's a good one.
here's your stock. You can change the graph if you want to. Unless you were talking about this spot.
Let's do a 6 month.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Not freehand. Horizontal. Was that the point you were talking about? And if not, that's fine.
Yeah, that was the breakout.
Okay.
Let me zoom into a 6 month time span.
I think we're on a 6 month.
1 month.
There you go. That's a 1 month.
There we go.
And even from the near perfect indicator, trend is there, and the RT still says it's still a go.
Yeah, it's still in an uptrend here, so it looks good. Like I said, if it really, I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to retest the top of this channel here. If we can get some good buying pressure at this retest here, I would still be optimistic. But if we get a clear break to the downside of this level here, right around, what is that about?
That's 58.63.
58.63. That's kind of my cutoff level, because if we break that, I'd sell it, probably get back in at some lower prices. But right now, it still looks good.
And then, Michael, Palantir is overvalued. A lot of stocks in the market are. But right there's that level of the gap. Look at that. There's the level of the gap. And where did it stop? Right at that level. All right. So that could be a bullish sign. But if it falls down below or we lose trend by way of the MPI, I pull the other half off. Does that make sense, Michael? All right. That's what I'm looking at right now. But I did take half the position off. All right. Let's go to the viewers now. Here's the indices. Mixed market. Volatility is down. All right. Still below 13. That means people are more greedy in the market. But I look at today, the biggest mover is the low dollar stocks. People are willing to be more risky right now. Good afternoon, Ravi. All right. People are willing to be risky. And that's why, and it said in the almanac, it did say small cap strength starts in mid-December. So maybe as we continue to do our videos going into the month of December, we're going to, I know that I'm going to start looking at probably some small cap stops. As a matter of fact, I just created a new search today. I'm not going to show it to you yet. I don't know if I'm ever going to show it to you. To find, I call it now the money machine. The money machine. Got a search and I got a graph layout for it. I might start showing some stocks that are smaller cap from that perspective. All right. So I'm copying down some of the stocks that you're looking at. How many likes did we get so far today, Joey?
77.
77. We ain't giving away jack today. No, I'm not sharing it yet, Jazz. I need to do more research on it. Preliminarily, I like it a lot. I just need to do a little bit of research on it. All right? Nope, you ain't getting a mug. Y'all ain't getting jack. How about that?
No mugs
You ain't
today.
getting jack. All right. Customer picks last week. We're not doing that yet. Ryan, let's start with your picks.
All right. Let's see here.
There you go.
All right. So we've got Google coming out with Gemini, trading right now $130. We value at $149. So if you're trying to find value in big tech, looks like Google is a great place to be. Fundamentally sound, RV at 1.27. Relative safety, great rating at 1.46. However, look at the trend, kind of flatline right now at 0.99. So, not too much, serious direction there. VST 1.24, so got a great overall rating. Even the CI, so the company historically continues to grow. Right now we got the hold rating. I'm not too surprised by that with the RT with price action, just kind of moving to the side right now. Earnings and growth rate 12 is actually top on the list right now. Next, here's the 2 times bearish ETF on oil. DRIP trading at 12.57 right now, up 4% today. RV and RS going to be 1 because it's an ETF. However, look at it. It is an uptrend, and there's some magnitude behind that trend right now. 1.4 with the buy rating, actually the only buy rating stock in the list today. Next, we have Take-Two Entertainment coming out with the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, priced in at just over $157. We valued at $58, so very overvalued company. So just take note of that. Is up today. Fundamentally, it is mixed. Long-term price appreciation potential with RV, not a good rating at 0.5. However, the company does have consistent earnings with a rating at 1.31. Is in an uptrend right now. Has the hold rating. The growth rate earnings is -2 currently. And the last one on the list, we have NEO trading at $7.82 right now, up an additional 5% today, 39 cents. RV, again, 0.16, RS 0.59. So very speculative play here, not strong fundamentals, even in a downtrend right now, 0.7. The recommendation is hold, and the company ability to grow its earnings just not there at -6%. So you can see this list here, Google, the more prudent approach. DRIP, it is leverage, it's 2 times. So just going to throw that out there. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive or a little bit more volatile when it comes to the price of oil. And then Take-Two and NEO, they're pretty aggressive or speculative picks here. Other than the 1.31 and RS for Take-Neo, all these other ratings here, 0.5, 0.16, 0.59, very low. However, Take-Two is the only one in an uptrend right now. NEO, it's been beaten up quite a bit, but we'll get into more detail in the 6 p.m. video tonight.
All right, let's take a look at your picks from last week.
Hopefully they did well. I forgot what I picked last week. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you were bullish or bearish on. Oh, you would have been bearish on oil, which would have been a good call.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been my big winner then.
UNH, I still like healthcare. That's why I had in my video last night CVS. As a matter of fact, I think I made an honorable mention to UNH. I made honorable mentions to a couple other stocks in there. I think so.
Okay.
Yes, there is a opposite to DRIP. It's called GUSH. GUSH. That is the opposite to DRIP. All right. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Let's go look at my picks.
That shorting oil was the big winner last week.
Absolutely. All right. So why did I pick these? It was in the alert for today that I'm going to give you some hot stocks. So I wanted to give you some fish today. Ryan normally does it. Normally he looks at the stocks that are moving up. But let's get a real perspective. All right. MasterCard. Dividends, buyback, good news to get people to buy. Fundamentally sound stock, earnings growth, and earnings positive. In an uptrend, everything is good about it. I think you have an opportunity to make money in MasterCard. Apple, pushing people towards India to build the batteries for the new phone. Overvalued. Apple is no longer a growth stock. Relative value below 1, earnings growth below 10. Apple is a mainstay. It is a $3 trillion market cap. It is what it is. All right, so it's not a growth play. Makes money in an uptrend, goes up more than it goes down. I still like Apple long term, but you got to time it. SentinelOne, all right, getting into the cybersecurity space, way overvalued, fundamentally not sound. This is news driven. Now, is the news enough for you to make money in it for a short amount of time or a long amount of time? We'll take a look at it. They grow their earnings, negative earnings growth, which means they're getting less negative as far as growth, as far as earnings. Slowly but surely, they're going to get to a level of profitability. Excuse me. Big news today, getting into the cybersecurity space. I think with AI and all that kind of stuff, it may be worth a look. We're going to take a look at the graph in a second. Lenovo all-in-one machine, overvalued, still news-driven. RT above 1, VST above 1. Earnings is there, but they're growing it at a lesser point, which means that they're not making as much money, even though it's still positive. Rivian. What was the story on Rivian? I forgot what the story on Rivian was. Hold on. Hold one.
You talking about their battery?
Oh, was it the battery? It was the battery. All right. Yep, it was the battery. Thank you. Enough to move it today. Overvalued. Not fundamentally sound. Not positive earnings. But they're growing their earnings at 16%, which means this number is getting less negative. In the EV space, which is already a crowded space, which is headed up by Tesla, is that enough? So I'm going to go look at my stocks real quick on the graph, and then I'm going to bring Ryan back to look at the stocks on his graph. 6 months. And I'm going to look at these because these are news-driven. I'm going to look at them from more of an aggressive perspective using the 3 and the 8. I'm not going to even use the MPI on this. I'm going to use the 3 and the 8. Short term, I want to see if I got some wiggle room here. All right. Remember, I told you these are fish. So let's go see if these fish are worth it. All right. MasterCard. I like the 3 and the 8, pulled back, but held. Look at the pullback. The 3 and the 8 held. I'm at a level of resistance of 417.19. If I'm not already in the stock, I'd wait 12 cents above that. But look at this. Look at when the 3-8 cross. This is why you know why I love the 3 and the 8. Look at when the 3-8 cross. RT was below 1. If I wanted more confirmation, let's wait till we got the 3-8 cross and RT above 1. Great entry. A little bit of a shooting star follow through, but enough volume, enough momentum to keep the stock going. Right now, if you're in it, leave it alone. If you're not, I'd really like to see you take out that level of resistance. Next one, Apple. On the move. Look at the 3-8 getting you in here on 11.1. How many of you utilize the 3 and the 8 in your trading for finding stocks? Type of 1 in the room. I love looking at it. And nice early entry here on 11.1, holding it for a month now. And look at it. Down day to day, but I'm not scared. Why? Look at this level of the last swing high right there. We're still above it. Testing it as a level of support right now. And I still love, this is still bullish for me on Apple. If the 3 and the 8 didn't fail, and we still have trend by way of the 20, I'm all right. Just a down day today. Next one, SentinelOne. Love the move, rising volume, that's a fish. Now notice that today we got a little give back. Why? That's profit taking. The day before the stock closed at a price of $20. It went up today as high as 24. It went up $4. That's a lot of profit taking right there. All right, but news that it's getting into a no holding. And prior to that, look at the 3-8 cross. Look at when the 3-8 cross and it was above trend. Folks, you put these two together to find stocks. It's a great way to jump on early. Glenn says he's buying Bitcoin. No, I didn't. I said that coin.
We all know that's a lie.
said that coin might be a good play. I didn't say I was buying Bitcoin. Stop putting words in my mouth. All right, next one, Lenovo, way gappy. News on its all-in-one machine with built-in AI, blah, 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 blah. This is a fish, but this is a fish that you fighting. Look at the big gap down.
Not a lot of volume on it.
Look at the big gap down and look at the big gap up. I can take, you want the volume? I can see better volume now. There we go. I took out the big volume back here. I'm not worried about dividends. RT is above 1. The 3 and the 8, along with trend, I like it. Glenn says he's buying Dogecoin. Stop doing that, AK.
Glenn probably already owns Dogecoin.
I do, but I don't want to tell nobody.
I don't want to tell
nobody.
Sorry.
All right.
I own
Rivian.
Elon Doge Mars. So
how about
better?
How about Rivian just broke out of a channel? On its news with the battery?
I like that.
How about if it just broke out of a channel? The 3 and the 8 trend, I like it. All right, so those are my fish. Those are my fish for you today. Let's go look at my picks from last week real quick before we go look at Ryan's graphs. I would have been, I'm still on the fence about gold. When the dollar falls, gold goes up. But I pulled the trigger. I do have a gold trade, GFI. But even on the Huey, it hasn't fully confirmed an up move on the gold bugs, but I've been looking at the dollar. So I would have been on the fence there. GME, that was prior to earnings last week. That's garbage. ATXI was an aggressive play. Let's just go see what it did. I don't remember.
What did GameStop do after earnings? I didn't even watch.
It sucks. Actually, hold on. Let's just go look at.
It's crazy how many people still hold GameStop.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it sucks. How about it's just not a good stock? All right, earnings. There's earnings. Oh, earnings was today? Earnings was today. Look at it. I don't know if they beat. Don't look like it from the graph. Don't look like it from the graph. Let me take.
It might be after hours today.
Anybody confirm when GME reports? It might be after hours today. But if that's the case, even going to after hours, it's a down day today. It's a down day today.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we got going on. It ran a little bit last week, and then it came back to its normal garbagey self. Okay.
Yeah, GameStop. It's after the bell.
It's after the bell today. It could have a jump up to today if they beat earnings. We'll see. All right. That was from last week. Let's go quick test them. They all did garbage. All right. And GM was the only move to the upside. I would have been bearish on GME anyway. And I would have been bearish on oil. I would have done okay in this portfolio. I would have been bearish on oil.
Hey, you may have actually came out positive.
Yeah.
There.
Everything else I probably would have been bullish on. But these two I would have definitely been bearish on. All right, Ryan, before we go into looking at their picks, I want you to go look at the graphs on yours.
Cheers.
Somebody said that Google was way better than Apple. I laugh.
Huh?
Ha! Ha! I laugh at you.
So looks like Google, it's still a good stock, but it's pulling back right now. You can see the 3 below the 8. Both of these moving averages, along with price action, are below the 20-day. So far as entering this position right now, I wouldn't be all in right now. The one thing I do like is this swing low here, this pivot point is higher than the prior swing low. So that might be confirmation of an uptrend still continuing. But overall, it's Google. It's a great company. So buying on the dip right now, probably not the worst idea as long as the market keeps rising. Now, if we take a look here, we got drip. Again, this is playing to the downside of oil. We can see it taking off. Just hit a new high as of today. Broke out of this level of resistance here. We can see we had several touches. However, strong day today. Nice big bodied candlestick. We got the buy rating here. Everything looks good. All the moving averages in our favor. So it looks like playing oil to the downside is still the play right now. Here's Take Two Entertainment. We're seeing that 3 converge closer to that 8-day moving average. We saw the dip since the news release here. Here's the dip. However, look, if buying support at that 20-day exponential moving average. Nice bottom wick here showing buying pressure coming in at that 20-day exponential moving average. However, look, the 3 is still above the 8. The stock price is holding. I like it. It's got great news behind it. And you see the volume still ticking up here. Obviously, today it's light. The day's not finished, but the volume's still ticking up, so I like that too. And here's the last one, here's the last one, NEO. It's been down under a lot of pressure. I mean, it was, $12 stock just a couple months ago, getting down to $7. And now look, just trying to fight to stay above, or getting close to $8 now. However, look at this level of resistance here at 816. That level of resistance coming in. We see price action failing to beat that level of resistance with this tall upper wick here. But look at all the moving averages. Look, we just got positive crossovers in all 3 of these moving averages. Let's go to a month here.
I don't like the wicks at the top of the candles.
I don't like that wick either. So the moving averages are in my favor, so I'd put it on my radar, but I'd like to see price action break this level of support, especially get a close, an official close, breaking this level of resistance, just confirming momentum to the upside. But this could be a good potential bottom fishing play here. Yeah, look at the volume too. The volume is ticking up nicely here. So as long as I get confirmation breaking this level of resistance here, I'm good to go.
I'm going to do something else. Look at that. It broke above that trend line, that downtrend line. That's another positive sign. I'll put this on a 3-month graph now. There it is. See that trend line? Yes? This line. Can't you see?
Oh, I see it. Do you see it?
Hold on. You see it now? All right. So that's a positive sign. All 3 moving averages crossing above, even though the wick's at the top. I'm with Ryan. I'd like to see it break through that level of resistance.
Yeah, those wicks make me a little nervous, but as far as the technicals and breaking that trend line, I have a good feeling the stock might run for a little bit.
All right. Let's go look at your picks. Customer picks this week. Well, let's do last week. See what they did first. I got the stocks already. Which is better, NEO or AutoZone? AutoZone. And straight up is AutoZone.
I would say AutoZone is definitely the safer bet.
Let's go look at y'all's picks from last week. I already got your stocks. I've been writing them down as you've been putting them in the room. Listen,
they're pretty mixed today.
They did all right. SMCI, Palantir. Look at my Palantir. Son of a bungalow. I was going to say something bad, but my poor Palantir is getting beaten up. Poor Palantir. It's at the bottom of the list. But coin, crypto, Harley Davidson, LPG, Apple, all made money. Microsoft, no. CLS on it. Yeah. You guys didn't do half bad. Love my pick. Love my pick. Oh, listen. Tell you what we're going to do. I got picks. These are picks that you put in here. Snap, CCL. I don't know why
let's see what they got here.
But we are. CVS, Palantir, Delta.
I will say this. If you don't currently own Palantir and you're thinking about buying it, there might be some really good buying opportunities shaping up here in the near future on this dip. You always got to look at the glass half full.
I do like Rolls-Royce, Richard. Toll Brothers.
I've heard a lot about Rolls-Royce from a more of a defense play because they're airplane engines.
I got BITO. I won't take BITF as well, Jazz. I got BITO. I got gas in there already. AAOI. All right, that's enough. Probably more. I wanted 10. What did I get? I got 13. I'll put 2 more. IMP and VIRC. I don't have IMP. VIRC, comma, and blue. All right. There we go. TGLS, I did like. Before we do that, I'm going to go to my building stocks. I still have that watch list. I'm going to go to my building stocks. TGLS is still number 2 on the list by VST. Notice that out of my 11 building stocks that we've been looking at since earlier this year, 10 of them still have VSTs of 1 or higher. All right. Jeff, I do like DFEN as well for defense, for aerospace and defense. I do like that. All right, let's go look at your picks this week. SPY looks horrible. Hey, JD, looks horrible today. Why is it bullish? Because this ain't a real market. I'm just saying that.
This ain't a real market.
VST, why do y'all always give me really good stocks? VSTs on all of these stocks, out of 15, 13 out of 15 have a VST above.
Great list of stocks here. Most of them are up today.
Yep. All right, we're not going to even analyze them. Let's go straight to hot or not. You okay with that, right?
Hot or not. I like it.
Let's go to hot or not. Which graph do you want? Does it matter? What kind of 3 month? But what kind of layout? Does it matter?
Let's do that layout. That
All
works.
right. Hot or not?
Hot.
Hot. Colin, which stock did you say, Colin? Yeah. Colin, what was your stock? Colin. I know it's a delay. H. Hyatt. All right. There's your love. There's your love. I got you. All right. Let's go graph these all over again. There's your love. And Lovesack was already up there. I got you. I already had Lovesack up there. Lovesack's just a little old place where we can make money together. Lovesack, baby. Lovesack, baby. Aha! All right. I did that for Joey. I did that for Joey. JD, what was, listen, you know how many people are sitting in here, JD?
Fitz just said sigh.
You know how many people in here, JD? One last stock. I got to get through these stocks. JD, what was your stock? Oh, yeah. This hat is making me sweat. You got to give it to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. JD, I tried. I tried. All right. I got to go look at these graphs. I got to go look at these graphs. You know we love all of y'all. You know we love all of y'all. I'm trying to get everybody up there. All right. I called that hot. What do you want to call hot or not, everybody?
Hot.
I like the volume on this, too. Going up on above average volume. You guys still looking for fish, right? You guys still looking for fish, right? All right. If you're still looking for fish, it's possible.
That's got great momentum to the upside right
and it
now.
broke through a level of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play. You forgot about me. Listen, I didn't forget about anybody. I looked at the stocks that were going up in there. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to accommodate as many of you as I possibly can. CCL, that was one. I gave you 2 fish in my list, Amir. I gave you two fish in my list. All right, next one. Wow. Rolls Royce. And it's cheap.
Oh, just hit a new high.
And it's cheap. Hot or not? Joseph said, wicked hot. Look at this. I like this one. You want another fish? There it is. You want another fish? There it is. All right. I know, but I'm losing money. Amir, I can't help you with that. I can only give you the fish until you help you. Crypto's play. Bitto. Hot or not? And it's a jump up in dividend. Hot.
Hot.
I'm going to call that hot. Glenn, can you sing some Roy's Ross? Working at the car wash. Whoa, 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 whoa. Working at the car wash.
Car wash.
Come on now and sing it with me. All right. So we said hot on that. Good. Let's go to the next one.
These are hot stocks.
Toll Brothers.
I'm gonna get. Ugh. I don't like that.
I don't like the candlestick either. I like the move.
That gap up.
JD says Bitto is hot trash. Listen, right now, I think crypto is a short-term good play right now. I think that crypto. Hey, Colin, stop spamming. I got you. H is already in the list. H is already in the list. It's Love Shack. I know it's Love Shack. Woosah. I know it's Love Shack. It won't last. What did I say, JD? I said short term. It's moving, and a lot of this momentum behind the crypto move is the anticipation of a spot ETF.
When does that ETF actually come out?
Say, Glenn?
When does the Bitcoin ETF come out?
I think it's February.
So I'm wondering if we got some room up until February, and then once it happens, the hype is over.
Well, I think that right now, short term, and it's been making money. Let's go back to BITO. Look at that. It's been making money. You look at a lot of the crypto stocks, a lot of them look just like this. So I think short term we have opportunities. AAOI, hot or not?
I'm going to say hot still.
I see strength in the 3 and the 8 and above the 2020s going up a 45-degree angle. Me too. I think that tech stocks are getting beaten up right now. All right. I think I hate, now talk about the gap ups. I don't like gappy stocks. You were talking about the BITO, I think. Yeah, I'm not a fan of gappy stocks. I talk about that a lot. But Fang Yu, I'm not feeling that right now. The 3 and the 8s are bearish, down day to day. Even though RT's above 1, I don't like to pull back from that level of resistance. Excuse me. All right. Next stop. No, not hot. Not hot. You agree?
I agree.
Okay.
I'm going to say no.
We're not at 100. If we get to 100, then we'll give it away a mug. We got 100. Man, Sheldon is all over it. No, we got 98. How do we lose a like?
Oh, man, 2 more likes. Who's going to give us the last 2 likes?
Somebody tried to like it and unliked it? Sigh. Well, back up to 99. All right, hot or not? Not. You agree?
Yeah, price action just broke below those 2 moving averages.
100, Joey said, now Joey's going to tell me who wins. All right, is that the buzzer? Hot. Who gave me blue? That's a good looking pick. Amir, there's another fish. Let's go put this on a 6-month graph.
Yeah, that thing's moving quite a bit.
Keyword bull. Keyword bull. Type it in. Keyword bull for the mug giveaway. All right. Man, what is this?
I don't know. Get you some water.
Where's my water?
Joey is going to sign 100 mugs
Joey's
and give them
sign
away
100
on
mugs?
Glenn's spending account.
Please cover GME. Yes, GME's got earnings tonight. They may or may not beat. I don't like the play. Lamar, not a big fan of the
I don't think the earnings even matter.
If it's got positive earnings, most likely it's going to jump for a few days before it falls again.
Just depends how many retail traders, want to pile in.
All right. Delta, I think it's hot right now. I got no trend lines for besides this high. The high's at 49.09. We got about $10 move on this. Amir, here's another stock. Here's another stock that's a fish for you. Good.
And I remember we were doing news articles like a month or 2 ago talking about how airlines were going to be taking hits because of oil prices, high fuel cost. But now look, airlines have taken a hit across the board, and now fuel is at an 11-month low. So this might actually be a great bottom fishing opportunity when it comes to airline stocks in general. If anyone agrees, type a 1 in the chat box, and maybe I'll put a video together tomorrow for that.
I don't know. You know something? I still think, in my personal opinion, that airline tickets are way high. That this is going to come down to the point where people are going to put these on their credit cards and have to deal with it later. So when it looks like Royal Caribbean, Delta, all of those things, I'm not sure. I might feel a certain way about those stocks. I just.
Do you see Hawaiian Holdings? Who saw Hawaiian Holdings?
Well,
this week?
because they got bought. They got bought by Alaska Airlines.
300%. Imagine holding the call contracts on that.
But do a remix with Glenn's cough. I don't know what the heck that just happened out of the clear blue. Airlines are difficult to trade. I'm with you, Robert. But listen, it's moving. It is definitely moving. All right, next one. Hot or not? Love sack, just a little old.
I'm going to go hot.
That is hot.
Look, big bullish day to day.
That was one of my.
You got the buy rating, fresh buy rating.
That was one of my picks for 2023.
Look at the volume on that today. Strong conviction in the volume.
RT is above
way
one, so it's
average.
in an uptrend. Amir, there's another fish for you. There's another fish for you. Amir's always saying, hey, what's the hot fish? Are you looking at the video? Okay. Wow. Look at that. And again, look at the 3.8. You know, how about putting in a 3.8 and above the 20-day at the same time in the in the search? Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Needs to break resistance. Well, let's go put this on a 1-year graph. It's at a 1-year high. It is at a 1-year high.
Put it on a 5-year chart. Where?
Interesting. I don't like the wick, but man, if it goes above the high by 5 cents, I take it. If you're already in it, don't do nothing. All right, don't do nothing. But man, I like that. I'm with you, Ben. Oh, snap. All right, let's go to the next one. There's H, Colin. I told you, Colin.
Hyatt
Don't spam it. I got you. Let's do this. All right, first off, you think hot or not? Hot or not?
I'm going to go not.
I am too. Let me tell you why, Colin. See this last swing high? See where we are? We are at that level of 118.75. I do like the 3 and the 8. I need the stock to get out of its own way. I need the stock to get out of its own way. If it doesn't do that, I'm not taking it. I do like that it's a buy, all of these things. But it's got to get out of its own way before I take it. All right. Next one. Hot or not? This is one of my stocks from last night's video.
Clear breakout of that downward trend line.
That was part of the video. That's why that line is there. It broke.
Yeah, I like it. It's hot.
I do too. But do you get scared that it's parabolic?
I do get nervous, but again, if stocks are parabolic, if I don't have time to keep an eye on it, I'm not going to be jumping into it at that time. And I think that's something wise of the customer.
Somebody wanted to,
especially with the holidays coming up. You know, if you got busy holiday plans and traveling and whatnot, and you don't have time to look at stocks, and you're buying some of the most aggressive stocks out there moving. Like you said, parabolic. That's a recipe for disaster.
I agree. I do like that the earnings is rising though. I'd be careful with it. Even though I put it as a stock that was moving yesterday, I'd still be careful. I do like the rising earnings though. All right.
And there could be potentially a retest of that trend line. A lot of times stocks will try to retest that line.
Which is right here.
Yeah.
All right. Palantir, which I own. Again, when the 3 and the 8 crossed, I took half off the table. When the 3 and the 8 crossed, I took half off the table. I got a level of something. Oh, that's the level of the gap, and it's falling through. Be careful with Palantir. Be careful. It's breaking through and now starting to fade the gap. Earnings looks good. The company makes money, but it's starting to fall through that level of the gap. That's a bearish sign. That's a bearish sign. GME has a short squeeze score of 91. First time over 90 since 2021. Can we see GameStop explode again? No. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, we'll look at it. We'll look at it before we go. Here's the last one, RXRX. This is a stock that I put you on way back ago. Slowly moving up, and I got a level of resistance at 817. Let's go see if it breaks above that, it could have an opportunity to explode up. Watch earnings.
I think that could almost potentially be a parabolic move if it breaks out to the upside.
Well, it's got a 45-degree angle now. If it breaks up, the 3 and the 8 are positive, and it's above trend. It's giving me some bullish signs. Let's go look at one more stock. One more stock. That's GME prior to earnings tonight. 6-month graph. See that? You know what that's creating all by itself? A wedge. All by itself, past the gap. Look at that. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Ryan, you want to add your 2 cents to this?
Well, I will say, I mean, at the bottom of that wedge, there's a gap to be faded right there. But like I said, I mean, GME, this is a retail trader stock. So it really just depends what the retail traders want to do with it, you know?
Well, it all depends on what earnings come out, how earnings come out tonight, too. Do they beat? If they beat, it could drive the stock's price higher. But when's the last time the stock has had a nice upward move? A few days here, couple of days here, couple of days here.
Pretty short-lived.
But look at the downward trend all this time. I'm not touching this. It is the retail against institutions. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's speculation. Someone said about the short squeeze, da-da-da. Listen, I'm telling you. And I'm going to say it right now. I
still get people talking about the short squeeze coming.
I'm going to say this right now.
I think it already caved. And if I remember correctly, the brokerages halted trading, which kind of affected that.
Very much so.
Because I don't. Do you remember that when Robinhood got in the hot
absolutely,
seat with all
because
the retail investors?
Yep. So this is my saying: the retail investor doesn't have what it takes to beat out the institutional institutions. Type of 1 if you agree with that. Type of 2 if you think I'm a jerk. Type of 1 if you agree with that.
Everyone go easy on the 2s.
Type of 2 if you think because there's a lot of people who are diamond handing the stock. There's a lot of people diamond handing the stock, and they're going to tell you.
GME is for true gamblers. That is the statement of the day right there.
And that's why
you're gambling. And you are 100% gambling.
And if anybody types a 2, I'll meet you outside. Cash me outside.
Cash me outside. We're getting some 2s.
If anybody types a 2, cash me outside.
Glenn's going to go Grand Theft Auto on you.
Jazz says, I like risk. Then go for it.
John Boston won the mug. Let him know too.
Say again, John Boston. What?
John Boston won the mug.
John Boston won the mug.
Tell him to email.
You got to email connect@vectorvest.com. Connect@vectorvest.com. John, you won the mug.
Send his address. We'll get.
Send your email. You got to email me your email address.
Not your email.
Oh, we need to email. Why don't you tell him then?
What are you talking about? Why would I email him his mug?
Can y'all hear Joey? I'm just curious.
Email your physical address, dang it.
I'm hearing these 2.
Holy smokes. All right, so you wanted me to cover GME. I gave you the facts. The retail investor is not going to be able to overcome the institutional. It's not going to happen. All right.
I mean,
and Cheryl
let
says,
alone
yes, we
institutions.
Can. Show me. What's that? What's the show me say? Minnesota? Show me. I think it's Minnesota. Show me. All right. Can I get a signed mug from you? Yes, we'll sign it if you like,
we can
John.
sign it for you, John.
We'll sign it. All me, Joey, and Ryan will sign it. We will sign it. Kathy says you keep cutting out because I'm yelling. I need to stop yelling into the mic. All right, we got to go. Put us on the last screen. Oh, it's Missouri is the show me state? So show me. I'm Missouri. You show me, you retail investors. I'm in that screen too. Is going to outpocket the institutional investors. The signed mug is golden. Congrats, John. Yes, all 3 of us are going to sign it.
Does he really want that?
Yeah, he said it. We have to sign it. Do you know how to write cursive? I'll help you, Joey. All right. Sigh.
Look what Joe C wrote. He commented, to me, it looks like the Fed has completely failed at slowing the economy. Florida is going like gangbusters. Restaurants are full, building is booming, and traffic is annoying. Well, Joe, I would say the same thing here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I agree.
Is that correct? I mean, stuff is being built everywhere. Concerts are sold out, shows are sold out, people are going out, they're doing things. So, like Glenn says, I think the Federal Reserve might have a little bit more work to do.
Ben says Joey can write X on the mug. I saw the picture, Robert. I didn't know it was a video. I got a picture. All right. CC debt is through the roof. That's again part of my 5 bubbles. All right, Ryan, you can sign us off this week.
All right,
I have another
Glenn,
coughing fit.
Well, glad to have you back from Dallas, Glenn. It was good talking to you today. Joey, thanks for your help as
Joey
always.
does
Everyone here on the
absolutely
VB channel.
Okay.
That's absolutely nothing. Now, everyone here on the VB channel, the market's still rising. We got green lights across the board today. But just keep in mind, the NTI did hit 1.44 2 days ago. We're tracing a little bit. So, just keep an eye on the color guard. Otherwise, protect profits. Everyone enjoy your day. We out.
See ya.